Well, that was in the mid-70s when I quit smoking, and I was getting very, very aggressive when I was trying to quit smoking, and people would say, "Good morning," and I'd think they were being sarcastic. I want to hit them or something ridiculous. So I basically went out, and something gave me the idea to go out and run hard and pound away the aggression, and it just took off from there.
You found out you were good at it?
Yeah, well, I found out the first time I went running, I ran about 10 miles in street shoes. So, you know, the talent was there.
When did you enter your first race?
Not until 1980, and that was a marathon, and then I discovered shortly after that there were such things as ultramarathons, races that were longer. So later that same year I ran in my first 50 miler and I won that, and then within a year of that I discovered that there was 24-hour races and got myself invited to one of them in Ottawa. This is in summer of 1981, and it attracted a strong field of top runners from the US, but nonetheless in my first 24-hour race, my first international race, I managed to set a North American record. So that sort of threw me right to the top of the heap.
So you chose the ultramarathon over the marathon. I assume you were a pretty good marathoner, but obviously a better ultramarathoner.
No, well, I didn't really choose it. It's just that it seemed more of a challenge. And for a few years I used to use marathons for speed work, the same way that marathon runners or 10K runners would use interval work in the track of a few miles. I used to run marathons almost every week to get in some speed work. I enjoy marathons, but if you enter a top ultramarathon and you get the best people from all over the world coming for it, it's much more of the ultimate adventure.
What gave you the idea for this cross-Canada run?
In late January or early February last year in 1990, I was sitting in the Elks Lodge talking to some of the local lodge members that I knew and waiting for a fellow who was the superintendent of the school board to talk over some funding we were trying to get together for some of the local youngsters through the Elks. And Jeff Abbott, who's a very active elk, was a faller in Lake Cowichan. I'll put in there that Lake Cowichan is only a tiny little town with about 2,000 people, but the lodge is about 200 members, so it's really active. Anyway, Jeff just said casually to me, "Well, what would you think running across Canada for the Purple Cross Fund?" And I knew all about the Purple Cross Fund. I knew how worthwhile it was, but so I said, "Sure, Jeff, that would be great," but I didn't think anything of it, because I have been asked to do things like run around the world for such and such and all sorts of crazy schemes. But people always backed off when they realised how much logistics and how hard it was besides the running to pull that kind of stuff off. So I didn't think anything more about it until about 2 weeks later, when I was running past Jeff's house, and he came barreling out and shouted. He's a big, stocky faller. "Hey Al, you got a minute?" So I just came to a halt and said, "Yes, sure, Jeff, what's up?" And he said, "Oh, it's on." Well, "What's on, Jeff? What are you talking about?" And he said, "Oh, the run across Canada for next year," and that was it.
The Elks and Royal Purple of Canada feel that children are our most precious resource. We have been nurturing and protecting that resource for the last 35 years. Literally thousands of children have been helped through the program of the national charity known as the Elks Purple Cross Fund. With your help, we plan to continue our work for Canadian children with special needs. Your contributions will help buy badly needed equipment, send children for special medical diagnosis and treatment, and generally help remove barriers so that these children may have the happy and healthy lives they deserve.
Most ultramarathons, there's a lot of challenge and everything in them, but very few of them are professional, to like a large purse or anything, with one exception, and that's the annual Sydney to Melbourne race, which is just over 1,000 kilometres, and has a purse of $100,000. It's almost impossible to get into this, and you pretty well got to beg your way in, but about a month ago I received an invitation pretty well begging me to go, which would have been an all expenses paid trip to Australia for the race, and a chance to win the lion's share of a $100,000 purse. And just to point out that I'm not doing this for the money, the Trans-Canada run, but yet some people would come across and say that you were doing it for personal glory or something. The race in Australia is the biggest sporting event in the whole continent. It's like their Stanley Cup or their Grey Cup, and not just the first person, but the top half dozen runners, and immediately become national heroes in Australia, no matter where they're from. And if I'm saying this to point out that I'm not doing it for the glory either, because I've got a heck of a lot more glory out of going down there and racing in this race. I point this out because it basically proves that I'm doing it because I believe in what the Purple Cross Fund does, and hope to bring that out into the open so that the public can take part in contributing to it, as well as just the lodges.
Across this land, there are thousands of children whose needs cannot be met by current government-funded programs. In many of these cases, the timing is critical. Please help us change the lives of thousands more children. Support Al Howie, one of the world's greatest ultramarathon runners, as he blazes across the country, setting a new Canadian record, in honor of our kids with special needs. Your gift today will change lives tomorrow.